Why, hello there. Would you like to do a film review today?
Let's do it, man.
Hi, I'm Chris. This is Crack. This is another episode of 4 minute and 20 second film reviews.
Yeah.
What did we watch?
Well, this week we did a collab with the homie Baron Mind out on Baron Mind's Nasty Finds. So we both watched the same flick. We're gonna upload his to our channel, and we're gonna upload our review to his channel. You know what I mean? So this week we watched My Chance Daily Life, directed by Sade Sato.
Yeah. Now Daniel Cammy sent us this DVD.
Yes.
It was released by Midori Impulse.
What?
So shout out to Oliver George.
Yeah.
And it is an insane package. It's got a little booklet attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a PAL DVD, so we had to go and dig up a PAL player to watch it, but it was worth it.
Oh yeah.
So here comes Baron Mind.
Yeah, take it from here, bro.
What up, BMNFGs? Yeah, I'm Baron Mind. Welcome back to a special sort of collab edition, I guess you could call this shit. This one's teaming up with my good friends over at 4 minutes 20 Reviews. Big shout outs to Christopher Bucci and Crack Sizzlack Man for getting out at me, getting me involved. We decided between us that we were going to review this motherfucker. This one goes by the name of My Chance Daily Life. Now, what I'm going to try and do is review this movie in the style of 4 minute 20 Reviews. What they tend to do over there is they have this sort of uncut, speaking to the camera sort of review style. Crack Sizzlack's fucking dope, man. I'm arguably not going to be as good at him, but he loved my fucking British accent, so why not, yeah? We're going to jump into this one anyway. It's directed by Sade Sato, based on a comic boy waiter Uziga. My pronunciation probably isn't the best, but there you go. I happen to know that this film's based on a sort of Euro Guru manga. What that means is a sort of erotic, gory sort of manga that came out, I think, back in the 90s actually. It's actually pretty stunning. The pack itself comes with a sort of a booklet inside there, features various different stuff from the manga if you guys are interested in that. Pretty cool to check out. It's all in foreign language on the media book, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm sure there'll be a British release out there soon. Anyway, what 4 minutes 20 Reviews tend to do over at their channel is they put up a clock with 4 minutes 20 on there, and the idea is to review the film by the end of that 4 minutes 20. So if we can have 4 minutes 20 on the clock, I'm going to attempt to tell you a little bit more about My Chance Daily Life. The basic idea with this one is there's this girl who's searching for a job on the internet. She's alone in a sort of bedroom, clicking on these different fucking Craigslist or something on there. Anyway, she comes across this job that requires a sort of housemaid. They wanted to dress up in this sort of housemaid uniform. We don't know exactly what it entails, but she manages to get through the sort of process at the beginning. Anyway, she gets invited along to this weirdo's house owned by the master, who's this sort of disabled fucking guy who's into dominatrix or some shit. We also find out that there's another maid inside the property already. This maid's going to be shadowing. This is Mei-chan, is the maid inside there, and she's going to be sort of showing this new girl what to do, leading around the household chores and whatnot. Pretty early on, we see that the master has got a fucking red room. It's got all sorts of machinery and, you know, stuff that you might torture somebody with, but this doesn't put her off, surprisingly. We get a bit more detail as the master is sort of instructing the maid to show her how to drink out of a bowl like a cat, wearing these furry ears even. She got these sort of furry ears on, down on her knees, lapping up at the bowl. There's a lot of sort of upskirt shots that you get in this one that I imagine a few of you will be fans of. I quite like that shit as well, can't lie. And basically we get to the point of learning that Mai-chan, the maid inside there already, has this weird sort of Wolverine-esque healing power. So no matter what damage is inflicted onto her body, she can recover from it if given enough time. The good thing though, well, I don't know if it is particularly good for her perhaps, but good for the viewers, is that she does actually feel the pain that's inflicted on her. And so no matter what injuries she has to overcome, she does actually feel every sort of bite or tear or bit of blood that's dripping from her. And that added a different sort of dimension to what you're used to. Anyway, the two develop this sort of weird relationship, these two maids, Mai-chan and the new one. I forget her name exactly, it was something like Yamoko, something like that. I'm terrible at remembering the names, unfortunately. But anyway, they develop this sort of weird relationship where the one girl has fallen in love with Mai-chan and seems to get off on the fact she's a bit of a sadomasochist. She seems to enjoy the fact that she can inflict this pain upon Mai-chan. There's a great scene where this sort of eyeball is removed from her skull. I thought that was a lot of fun, actually. I imagine you guys will as well. Anyway, slowly we see how Mai-chan's body gets to heal from these various different injuries and whatnot. The master has this sort of head dominatrix, and again, her name escapes me at this point, unfortunately. But he's sort of training up the new maid, if you like, to torture Mai-chan for him so he can get off on it. It's a bit of a fucking perverted weirdo, in all honesty. Anyway, we get these sort of scenes of Mai-chan being fucking brutally attacked. Some of the editing isn't brilliant in this film, I'll say to you. There are certain shots where there's sort of black, white and red, a little bit like Sin City did in certain focus shots. And that sort of paint cinematography, it does work well when it's used, but there are times where the black and white just fades completely from the colour, and the cuts are just literally like boom, boom, that's it. There's no in-between, no blending, anything, and it was quite poor in that sense, I guess, for the cinematography. We do get to this grand sort of finale eventually of what I'd like to call the guinea pig scene. The reason I refer to it is that in Flower and Flesh and Blood, obviously this Japanese female's tied down to the bed. She's hacked into a load of sort of pieces, various dismemberment and whatnot inside there. I've noticed it recurring in quite a few Asian films that I've watched recently. Literally about 5 or 6 that I've watched lately have got that same scene in. And this one's no fucking different, I'll be honest with you. It does have a brutal scene of them cutting her up. She sort of dismembered, the intestines and organs and whatnot are pulled out of her body. And then, yeah, the weirdo fucking slave master sort of gets off on it. And then we're sort of treated to the fact that the new maid actually still wants to almost have this relationship with Mai-chan, and she sort of gets off on it. And the weird thing about this one is that the same thing happens every single day of her life. She literally gets torn to shreds by these various people who get off on watching it, and then she recovers and she has even more brutality inflicted upon her. That is Mai-chan's daily life. There's a lot of fucking gore in this one, a lot of stuff that you guys will enjoy. I had a whole lot of fun watching this one. As I say, the editing isn't fucking brilliant, but who gives a shit, man? That's not the point with this film. The point is the fucking gore. I haven't actually read the mangas and whatnot, but I'd be interested in checking that shit out at some point, definitely. Anyway, I think I've fucking gone over the 4 minutes 20 talking about the film. If you're a big fan of this shit, check it out, man. If you're a fan of your gore or your sort of eroguro type of stuff, by all means, man, fucking cop a copy. Yeah, a lot of good extras and shit in this one, actually. Director's cut and whatnot, interviews. There was some sort of behind the scenes type of stuff as well I did check out on the end of the DVD. But yeah, other than that, it's a fucking one watch only for me, unfortunately. But I did have a lot of fun watching it, man, and that says a lot. Until next time, guys, I guess that's me out.